In the Infrastructure Crisis, a special report published in Civil Engineering, Robert L. Reed tells a tragic story. On August 1st, 2007, 13 commuters were killed and hundreds more injured when an 8-lane bridge in Minneapolis, Minnesota collapsed over the Mississippi River. This tragic and horrific event signifies a long-standing problem in America. Our nation's infrastructure is crumbling. You interact with the infrastructure on a daily basis. When you drive to work, brush your teeth in the morning, and plug in your phone to charge, you've interacted with it. I've studied civil engineering for the past 2 years here at the university, and I've conducted countless research on our nation's infrastructure. What I'm hoping to demonstrate today is the importance of our nation's infrastructure and how it will impact the future of civil engineering. I'll begin by discussing the American Society of Civil Engineers Infrastructure Report Card by breaking down each category. I'll then transition to why we should care as both American citizens and future civil engineers. I'll conclude this presentation by integrating the condition of infrastructure with the career outlook. But before we can begin this, we must start by getting a general overview of our nation's infrastructure. So our infrastructure encompasses a wide range of services that it gives to us. These include roads, bridges, dams, waterways, energy, and wastewater management plants. Every 4 years, the American Society of Civil Engineers rates these services, and gives them a letter grade. Bell Ram's editorial, Infrastructure, The Price of Inaction, published in December 2011, states that this in-depth report card analyzes 15 different categories. In his editorial, he also states, and I quote, "The ASCE Advisory Council considered capacity, condition, operations and maintenance, current and future funding, public safety, and resilience," end quote. For their latest report, they scored our nation's infrastructure with a D+ overall rating. The highest grade was awarded to solid waste with a B-, and the lowest grade was awarded to inland waterways and levees with a D-. As you can see in this chart I made, the majority of the data lies in the D average, while the rest of it lies within the C to D- plane. You can also see that A and B, there are no scores given and no Fs. So we're about average, which seems to be okay, but it's really not. As American citizens, we should deeply care about the condition of our nation's infrastructure. It is critical to our daily lives, and we will suffer from a poor infrastructure. In Andrew Herman's article, Help Us Make the Case for Infrastructure Investment, published in Civil Engineering in July 2012, he states, and I quote, "ASCE's Failure to Act report estimated that transportation deficiencies cost American households roughly $130 billion, including $32 billion in delays in travel time," end quote. So we should really care. It's costing us time and money that Americans just don't have. As civil engineers, we should also care because it will define the future of civil engineering. As defined by the Occupational Outlook Handbook, updated January 2014 by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, one of our main duties is to manage the maintenance and repair and replacement of both public and private infrastructure, end quote. In the article, Civil Engineering at the Crossroads in the 21st Century, published in Science and Engineering Ethics in December 2012, they stated, and I quote, "Civil engineering must address a profound reflection on its attitude to society, its active and determined involvement in the major problems of concern to the 21st century citizen," end quote. It is so important that we meet the demands of the public. It's part of our job. The future of civil engineering will also be greatly impacted by our nation's infrastructure. Repairing our infrastructure was named the biggest challenge of many magazines, including the American Society of Professional Engineers. It will take a generation of eager engineers as well as time and money to solve this problem. According to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, they predicted that civil engineering jobs will increase by 20% by the year 2022, and that there will be 326,600 job openings for engineers. This is due to our nation's failing infrastructure. It will impact our lives greatly, especially the future of civil engineering. It will impact us all, and if we do not fix it, it will cost us time and money. Thank you for your time.